Hi, my name is Janine Simons, and I'm here to tell you a story. I got to thinking an airport's a perfect place to talk about a little bit of Rhoda's story from the New Testament. One of the things that is told to us in those few verses are that talk about her is that she was a damsel or a maid, or some interpretations say that she was a slave. So she definitely was at a lower economic place than the people that she lived with. And I got to thinking, really in our day and age, we don't necessarily understand that. But then I thought, you know what? You come to an airport and all of a sudden you can feel lower class depending on where you are in the boarding sequence. So I made a list of all the people that were invited to get on the plane when I left Salt Lake earlier today. And there were I want to say 12 or 13 different groups from, the premier concierge key members and advantage members, U.S. military, and then groups 1, 2, 3, all the way through 9. And sometimes we might think, well, I'm just lower class, not just economy. And of course, that doesn't mean anything as far as who we are as people. But I think it does help us remember that sometimes we might put ourselves in a kind of class system, or somebody else might put us in that, or we might put somebody else in that. And truly, we're all children of God. It doesn't matter when we get on the plane, we are all invited to board. And so when I think about Rhoda, and think about the fact that she didn't let that stand in her way. She didn't say, well, because I'm only a maid or a slave or whatever, that I can't make a contribution. No, she went forward and she did what she needed to do in spite of that. And so if you ever start feeling like you're not good enough, you're inferior, or you don't quite fit in, just know that you have contributions to make, and it doesn't matter where you are or what your life is about, you can still help and influence others for good. So until next time, always keep your eye on the one that loves you most. Ciao.